out my review of Transformers Siege War for Cybertron Trilogy Deluxe Class Sideswipe. Taking a look at the packaging for take of every single video review on this channel. Up close in your face! And here we got the open window container showcasing the backdrop, which is this awkward symbol, which I still don't understand what it means. But hey, it pretty much represents the Autobots because every single Autobot figure comes with this. Now look at the character's name on the side. It says Sideswipe, War for Cybertron, Series 7. Actually, that stands for Siege number 7. Right, banged up Autobot logo. Transformers Siege War for Cybertron Trilogy. HSN Plus. Hasbro's logo. Transformers. Up to the Dakar Tommy logo at the top right corner. You're just not showing any respect for the Misaligned Generations logo anymore, are you? On the side of the packaging, we got that great artwork that should really be a poster in my room. It really should be. Down below all that, we got the authentic Transformers stamp, which to remind you, if it doesn't say authentic, it's a knockoff. Transformers Siege War for Cybertron Trilogy. On the other side of the packaging, we got nice artwork for Sideswipe running into battle. Autobots, follow me! Deluxe class. There's a little bit of some hidden messages decoded here somewhere, like right there on the glare that you can see it. Onto the back of the packaging, we've got Sideswipe in his robot mode, Sideswipe in his car mode, 16 steps of transformation and vice versa. Here's a look at the gimmick for the Battle Masters, if you had any. Other figures available. We're looking at the Battle Masters. Yay! I still can't find them. Boy, that little toddler there has seen some real shit, hasn't he? Come back in focus. Warning, choking hazard. Small parts not for children under 3 years. And the rest of the information on the back of packaging is just licensing. Oh, did I also mention that down below the packaging there's actually another authentic Transformer stamp? Which should remind you, if it doesn't say authentic, it's a knockoff! How many subscribers did I just lose for that? Alright, so here's the action figure in his vehicle form, but before we take a look at him, we're just going to go real quickly through the instructions. I really wish they stopped coming up with these creative names that confuse my brain. But it's showing you the location on where it can be applied, at the shoulder obviously. So the instructions are pretty fair on the figure, but I gotta say, 16 steps of transformation, I don't know, it feels like it's a little less than that. And here's a look at some of the information regarding the Battle Masters and the Micro Masters, and we'll get to that in time. Plus, if you want to know some specific details of how powerful the weapons are for Sideswipe, here you go. And welcome back to the front of the instructions, and watch them fly. Taking a look at Sideswipe in his vehicle form, he is a Cybertronian Lamborghini. What else can I say? Right. A Lamborghini in space. That's a good way to put it. So, yep, I mean, what else can I really say? Not much. I mean, it is what it is. Even though this actually kind of looks like a real car you would actually see on the road these days. Look, I'm not joking about it. I think they missed the mark when it comes to Cybertronian design. Still though, some pretty nice details, especially with the rims. I do appreciate that they're actually painted in silver and not left just black plastic. They actually tinted the clear windshield here in a dark color, which I do appreciate. But you can still see some nice engineering detail on the inside. Take a look at the robot kibble. There really isn't much of a robots in disguise here. I'll let you go. Peekaboo, I see you. Hey, what are you doing? We got some scuff markings here, or as I call it, combat damage. We got a misaligned Autobots logo here. It should actually be a little more right here. Headlights are nicely painted silver. The taillights are not painted at all. Here's weapon storage. By the instructions here, they actually say that you're supposed to plug it in right there at the top. That's just silly. So what I like to do, plug it on the side, which you can, and that doesn't look too bad. I really wish there was somewhere I could actually store this at the bottom. Regardless though, the red paint and the red plastic actually match pretty good. It's not like your Bumblebee action figures these days. So I think that's about enough of that. What do you say we go ahead and do a size comparisons here? So let's dare to compare with. Just a quick grab here. Here's Shockwave in his submarine mode. Yeah, a submarine. Right, Hasbro. Yeah, sure, okay. So moving on to the transformation, and this is probably the saddest part about the figure because it's pretty simple. Like I said, when it comes to the instructions, I think they got a bit exaggerated. I think it's a lot less than what they're really printing on here. First thing I like to do is open up the doors, and then we'll come to the bottom and untab the shins, just like that. Then we'll swing the whole caboose back, come right up in here and flip out his feet. This one really likes to fight with me. It doesn't want to come out so easily. Cause I'm on camera. Smile, I'm on Game Boy camera. And go ahead and rotate the waist section, followed by untabbing the legs from one another. Close back the shins, just like so. Come to the top, or should I say the bottom of the top of the car, and flip up this compartment. Next, we're going to pull out the robot arms, flip out the hands, rotate up the shoulders, collapse the doors inside, untab the front of the car, and swing it all the way down. Swing back down the shoulders, readjust everything to your liking. So, Sideswipe in this robot mode. Pretty Generation 1 accurate, what can I say? It's what they're going for here, people. How many times can you reintroduce Generation 1? In all fairness, Sideswipe doesn't get much love, so I'm digging this. And take a good look at the head sculpt here. It does have some nice painted eyes, nice painted face, and overall the head looks pretty cool, and I love the horns. Once again, you can see that the Autobot symbol is not printed dead center. I mean, look at that. Look at the head placement compared to the Autobot symbol. That's kind of a bummer. Repro labels help me. Got some silver here for the belly. Got some battle damage here for his belt. Do Transformers have belts? The crotch isn't painted at all. And taking a look at the bottom of the figure, you can see once again that nice battle damage at the leg with some nicely slapped silver paint on his feet, which are actually molded in black plastic. Take a look at the side of the figure and you can see we have no backpack. It's very clean. A little boxy from the back, but that's okay. They're always about being blocky. You can see that the mushroom pegs at the hips are kind of revealing on the back a little too much. But other than that, not much else to see from here, so let's move on. Going right into articulation on Sideswipe, he has a ball-jointed head. We got universal shoulder joints with a hinge joint for allowing inward and outward movement about this much. You got your full 360 degrees rotation. You got a bicep swivel cut here. Single jointed elbows that does get 9 degrees of bend. Got a hinge joint at the wrist due to transformation. There's a swivel cut at the waist due to transformation. The legs are universally jointed at the hips, so you get this much kicking forward and that much going back. And if you want to, you can too. Yes, you can. You can also pull a very nice JCVD split, so there's your seal quality, people. As I did show earlier, we do have a mushroom peg at the thigh joint. Knees are single jointed, but you can get at least 9 degrees of bend. The feet have a little bit of some up and down movement due to transformation, but the real play comes at the ankle rocker pivot. Did I also mention that the joints on this figure is very tight? Taking a look at his weapon now, as you can see, we got his shoulder mounted cannon and his blaster. You can peg the two together and have a longer blaster if you want. You can also peg it into his hand like any normal weapon that any action figure should be holding, right? Of course, though, this being Sideswipe, you actually want to plug it on his shoulder. Now, unfortunately, you cannot use this peg right here. So you have this tab right here instead. And you got this slot up here for this tab because obviously this peg's way too big to fit in here. So let's go ahead and slot that into place, remove this bit here, and I think it would look better the other way around. And that's the best part about this. This is actually reversible. And doesn't that look much better now? Alright guys, it's that time of the video. Let's do some comparisons. So we're going to dare compare with the obvious submarine shockwave. No, that's not going to work. Haha, that's much better. Oh no, they're watching me. Here's what you really wanted to see. Leader class shockwave in this robot mode compared to Deluxe Sideswipe. Final thoughts on Sideswipe. He's a keeper. I love this figure. So cool. I don't remember the last time in the Chug line we actually had a really good Sideswipe Transformer figure, but this one is definitely the icing on the cake. Finally, Sideswipe gets his proper due. Minor nitpicks I had with this figure, obviously the tempographed Autobot symbol is not in the right placement on his chest. But I really think the only thing that scratches me the wrong way about this figure is just the transformation's too simplistic. I guess I was expecting a little more of a challenge considering that this figure is at a higher collector standard. Considering how complicated the Studio Series can be, it's kind of interesting to go back to a simplistic transformation for just one figure. Yeah, there's lots of other things that I can say about this figure when it comes to being pro, but as it stands here, I think I've said enough to satisfy your need, and I recommend that you go pick him up. Like, right now. What are you waiting for? Stop watching this video. It's over anyway. So, questions or comments, do hit it down below in the comment section of the video. If you like today's video review, hit the thumbs up button. Don't forget to give me a sub up. If you didn't like it, hit the thumbs down. Don't forget to throw in the towel. And until then, my friends, this is Young Professional Toy Reviewer Hasbro signing off by saying when the opportunity persists, don't give up on your dreams. Seize the moment. And thank you for watching.